X&O. I wanted to welcome you back to the X&O Under the Covers podcast, and we are joined today by USA Today best-selling author Kayla Olson. She is joining us to talk about her latest release, The Great Outdoors, which came out on Tuesday the 16th. We're so excited to have her, and we can't wait for you guys to read it. If you haven't already picked up your copy, make sure you go out and check it out. Kayla, welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here in your soon-to-be store.
Yes, we're seeing the vision. We're seeing the vision behind. Well, we can't wait to have you back. We'll do a little before and after.
I can't wait for that. It'll be construction zone and then instant bookshelves.
Clip. Well, we're so thrilled to have you here, but this isn't the first time that we've met, actually. We met before at the Mountains and Plains Independent Bookseller Association romance panel a few months back. Yeah. So I got my hands on an ARC of The Great Outdoors at that time, and I fell in love with the characters, and thank you so much for coming to talk about them.
Thank you so much. I loved being at that event. It was so fun to meet booksellers from all over Texas, mostly, and it's so fun to me that you got a chance to read it early, and I'm happy that you connected with my characters.
I did. So this is your fifth book, right?
It is.
It is your fifth book. Okay, so talk to me a little bit, give me your elevator pitch about what the book's about and your characters.
All right, yeah. So the way I normally pitch The Great Outdoors, my elevator pitch, is it's like if Elle Woods from Legally Blonde got broken up with for being a little too high maintenance. She knows what she wants, but her boyfriend didn't like that. And so to prove just how chill she is, which she's not, she signs herself up for a 12-night backpacking trip in the wilderness, only to fall in love with her hiking guide.
So I think it's a great description. That's a fantastic elevator pitch because she does remind me of Elle Woods. You gave that same pitch at the and so at the conference, and I was like, oh, I have to go check this out. I'm like, and then I was like, oh, Sadie, she's definitely like that.
She is
for sure.
For sure.
So when you're developing the story, when you're starting off with these characters, what sort of drew you to this? Let's take them to the woods kind of idea.
Yeah, my idea actually came from my tennis coach.
Really?
I showed up at my tennis lesson as I did every week with my tennis backpack, my duffel bag change of clothes, my snacks, my coffee, my water, my pineapple drink, like everything.
Essentials.
Essentials,
totally
yes.
Essentials, yeah.
And my tennis coach was just like, Kayla, I would love to see you go on a backpacking trip where you cannot bring many clothes. You can't choose your food. You have no control over your schedule. And I was like, that sounds like my nightmare.
Yeah.
I need to write that book. And I wrote that book, and that's how she ended up in the wilderness, because I kind of imagined my own nightmare.
Like what it would be like without my iced coffee. And that's I think a lot of people go on these trips, not just the wilderness stuff, but like, let's go on like a self-discovery kind of trip. Was that the motivation for Sadie to get out there?
Yeah. At first, I think she signs up a little bit to prove a point to her ex because she thinks she can still salvage something. Right. But then he flakes out on even signing up, and she has this moment of, you know what, I'm going to do this anyway because I don't have a flaw. I can do this. I can, everybody has a flaw, but she wants to conquer what she perceives is hers.
So when you had, you're thinking about, you've got her character in mind. Was she your first character for you to write of the two? Okay.
Yep.
So you've got her in mind. What was the inspiration behind your MMC? What was your inspiration behind August?
August Thorne. I needed someone to balance out Sadie in every way. So as much as she is like this indoor cat who loves looking at nature through a beautiful panoramic window, he loves to actually be out in it. And he's quiet and he's serious and he's just observant, but he's so kind, And so to give her this healing experience of being her full self with someone who is her opposite after being with someone who was a different sort of opposite who treated her like she was broken. And so I wanted it to be a healing experience.
It's a healing experience that also kind of like challenges you, right? Like pushes you to sort of see things about 100%. Yourself. Or that's what I found when I was looking at it, for sure.
It's been really exciting so far, yes. This week, actually, on my launch day, I got to write an article for People magazine.
I know, I saw you post that. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Like, I joke, I'm like, of all the 5 books I've published, that might have been the coolest thing I've gotten to write, because I got to write an article basically about the new Elle Woods prequel that's coming out.
Exactly, yes.
Inspired by that. So it was a list of book recommendations that feature strong, determined characters like Elle Woods. So
exactly.
That was really fun. It's just been an exciting
You're on tour?
Week. I am on tour. This will be my 3rd stop. I'm in Houston tonight. and have a few more coming up in North Texas over the weekend.
So when you go around and you meet readers, and you've been doing this for a little while, what are kind of your favorite things when you're out just seeing people that have read your books?
Oh my goodness. I love it when people come up to me and just tell me specific things that they enjoyed, particularly if it's something that, like, a year ago, I was crying on my floor, like trying to work my way through the revision and just couldn't envision like this being a real finished book. And so things that I had to make tough choices on.
Right.
Seeing readers really connect with the banter, the flirting, the like.
It's got great banter in this one. Yeah.
You know, just anytime somebody calls out something specific that that I had to make a strong choice about, it just really feels exciting and validating. Yeah. I love it when people say they feel seen by Sadie. They feel like maybe they could be inspired to go on a hiking trip too, or they're like, that confirmed for me, I never want to go hiking.
Yeah, I never. So, right, yeah. I think when you see elements of yourself in a character, it makes it so rewarding for both as a reader and then to be able to express that to an author. That's just that's what I love about doing signings and meeting authors.
It's so exciting to me. And there's a girl too, like, that I met at a recent event. She's coming to one of them over the weekend, but she's been listening to the audiobook, and she was like, I had no idea how much I love this book. She's just been live messaging me.
Tweeting it the whole time.
She's like, my only regret is that I didn't pre-order because I won't have a map. I was like, girl, I'm gonna get you a map.
We will get you a map. So you mentioned audiobooks, so we're on audiobook. So if you're an audiobook girly, don't fear. You can get your copy and listen to it, because as I'm telling people, and I love to get in this debate, audiobooks are reading. I'm a huge audiobooks fan.
And I actually have been listening to it on the drive over here. We drove this morning, and sometimes I'm reluctant to listen to my own audiobook because I'm just like, what if I don't like it? I love it. I cannot believe how perfect these two narrators, because I have one for Sadie and one for Thorne, and hearing them, I'm like, oh, it's even better than it was in my head.
So one of my new favorite things to do, and this is totally new for me since I've started prepping for the bookstore, is I love to read first, and then I love to listen to an audiobook, particularly if it's a dual narration.
Yeah, I love that too.
That trend, I'd never really been into audiobooks before. It's fantastic. So I'm super glad that you have an option for that.
Me too. But the cover, I love having it, and it's so soft and beautiful.
It is a beautiful cover. It's everything about this book is gorgeous. So you mentioned being on tour. Kind of once that wraps up, what's next for you?
I plan to sleep.
I think sleeping is
week.
Good. Yeah.
Probably rest for a little bit, but I have so many ideas and projects I'm in the middle of.
Exciting.
And I will go right back to work, and after a little bit of time off, and probably in a kind of a relaxed way.
Yeah.
When you work so hard, you got to remember what it is you're working for. So I try to take time to just enjoy my cats and my kid and my husband and the birds, the outdoors.
That sounds like a solid plan. After your great outdoors adventure, you deserve a little R&R. So while you're doing that R&R, can you tell our viewers where they can connect with you on Instagram, online, stuff like that?
Yeah. I am most active on Instagram. I'm at author Kayla Olson, and Olson is spelled with 2 O's, not like the Olsen twins.
Right.
And that's my main place. I have a TikTok, but I'm not there very much. So mostly Instagram.
Well, thank you so much for being here and for joining us. It was great to see you again and to talk about it. And XNO fans, I've got exciting news for you. If you are a member of our book box subscription, surprise, this is our July book box, and they are all going to be signed copies done today in store by Kayla Olson.
And I gave maps as well.
You get a map. There's extra goodies and bonus stuff. So if you haven't yet, the time is now. Go ahead and we'll put a link on there so you can go ahead and sign up for our July book box. Thank you so much for joining us today on XNO Under the Covers. Thank you to Kayla for being here.
You.
And we will keep working on this space, and we can't wait for you to see us next time, because the next time you're back here, it might look a little different.